Hey, what's going on, everyone? We are just a little over a week away from this year's Celebration Bowl. Jackson State, North Carolina Central University. Representatives from both schools were in Atlanta on Thursday talking about the game, and we learned a few things. We had a great time. I learned that Coach Trei from North Carolina Central hasn't forgotten that HBCU Game Day did not rank his team in our preseason poll.
These the folks that didn't want to say the top 10, Kyle.
Yeah.
So I got all the time in the world for these folks right here. We want a top 10 program in the black college. Let's talk about it now. We down to 2.
Boy, had to eat that one. But for the most part, both teams very complimentary of one another. Let's start with Coach Gary Harrell, who was there on behalf of Jackson State University. He knows that his Tigers will be going up against an Eagles program that has the top offensive and top defensive player in the MEAC.
We've been watching Central all year. We knew that team will be here where they are today. They did a great job as far as doing all the things you go back to since this guy arrived. Every year they got better. They had a great win against New Hampshire, and it showed the type talent that they have. But the similarities, the quarterback, offensive player of the year, linebacker, player of the year, head coach of the year, our quarterback, offensive player of the year, our linebacker, Aubrey Miller, defensive player of the year. So we got so many things that's going on within the game, within the program, and it's going to show on next Saturday, December 17th at 12 o'clock. So I really advise those that been a part of this event to really be there on that day because it's going to be very exciting. I really anticipate this game being very exciting.
A lot of talk about the talents of Travis Hunter in that Tiger secondary, and he's a pretty good wide receiver as well. Coach Trei says he sees some guys on the other side that he's concerned about, too.
Their secondary, Travis, was he 4-star, 5-star coach?
I don't know.
A lot of stars, whatever he is. That dude is talented. But then you look on the other side, and they got 2 guys that are probably, with their technique and fundamentals, that are better than him. Their safeties are very physical. And then offensively, obviously, it goes through Shador. He's unbelievable, and you have to have a good trigger man. Anytime you get to this part of the season for a championship, you're going to have a great quarterback.
Speaking of Travis Hunter, will he play? I know that's a thought that, look, there's a lot of moving pieces out there, right? We don't have confirmation on anything, but there's just a time of transition is happening right now at Jackson State, and there may be some more pieces of that puzzle. I did ask Coach Gary Harrell directly about the status of Travis Hunter and others.
You anticipate any of your players not playing in this game that are healthy, that maybe it's a decision not to play?
We got a couple guys on defense. We still have John Huggins that we've been missing for a couple of weeks, so he might be back next Saturday. He's been doing a very good job as far as going to treatment, getting back healthy. Hopefully we can get Shallow back in the back half of our secondary because he brings so much excitement. He's a great hitter. With the experience that he have, we're trying to get him back healthy as well. But the guys that we have right now, we've been lucky as far as getting through them with not too many injuries. Guys doing the right thing on and off the football field. We don't have anything that's detrimental to the program. You're going to have some guys that get into the portal, but most of the guys pretty much that we depend on a day-to-day basis, they're ready to go. Some guys that might want other opportunities. We bless them as far as seeking those opportunities to find the right fit for them. Because Jackson State is not for everyone. We understand that, but the ones that stay around will be champions.
Travis went kind of in and out. Looks like he had a little nick or something. I can't say. What do you think his status will be for the game?
Travis is tough, man. We always try to keep Travis out, even when he was injured early in the year, and we had to do those things to really make sure we looked out for the kid. We understand once again that word was thrown around today, that longevity. We know that kid has a great career ahead of him. But he did come out the last game a little banged up, but we took him out. We felt like we had enough guys to go in and finish the game off. But Travis, he's going through his day-to-day, just all the small, minor injuries. He's doing a great job as far as maintaining those things. The trainer's doing a great job as far as staying on top of it. But Travis Hunter is a professional. He's a professional as far as going to class. I think he have all A's, all B's. He's a guy on the football field that approached the game with all heart, with all passion. He's on offense, he's on defense. Sometimes he go back on special teams here and there, but he's a guy that understands life. He understands what is in him. He understands what is for him is for him. He knows his body, he knows his plan, and we just try to make sure we just keep everything lined up with what he's trying to get accomplished.
So, with all this transition that we've been talking about, it's like a soap opera with storylines around Jackson State University. How does North Carolina Central feel about that? Does that put them in a position of, maybe being overlooked, a little less pressure? But here's one thing about coaches. They could care less about storylines.
Not at all. And, we're not concerned about what's going on down at Jackson or anywhere else. We have to play football, and we're not looking for whatever distractions like that might help us out. I mean, we're not doing that. We coming up with a game plan, and we're going to execute just like if Jackson, preparing for Jackson, the other 12 ones that they've won. They're a great football team, and we're coming in there to perform and put on a show on Saturday.
There was some news that developed on Thursday. I did not learn this until after I left a press conference. But Mississippi Valley State head coach, Coach Dancy, is leaving. He has resigned. He will join the Colorado staff with Deion Sanders. So Coach Harrell was there. I did have an opportunity to ask him just what it's like coaching alongside the Hall of Famer, Deion Sanders.
For me, I've been coaching for about 22 years, and I tell everyone I coach with a lot of great men. But working with him, someone coaching on a collegiate level for the first time, I learned so much from him as far as just the organizational part of it, mostly the motivational part of it, how to keep guys engaged, how to keep the fan base engaged. I mean, he's just a CEO of an operation. But what he does, he does a great job as far as hiring the right people, trusting the right people, and then pouring into us the information that he wants us to go out and give to the young men. So I think it's just the level of focus, the level of concentration. But it's been far the best 2 years of my life, man. Just my mind, just a peace of mind, knowing that we always have a great chance of winning because of our preparation and how we approach every day, how we approach every week. And we have a great group of guys. The guys that we assemble, we have a great team. Like Trei Oliver said, we have a great athletic team that's done well in the classroom. I think we're ranked like 90% now as far as graduation rate, which is wonderful. We're winning with 12-0. We have about 50,000, 60,000 coming to a game. So in every area, every column, we're winning. Guys are graduating. I can't wait to get back to Jackson to join the ceremony, to watch the guys receive those wonderful accolades, those wonderful degrees. So it's all about just getting that guy from point A to point B. And through our leadership with Dr. Hudson, Ashley Robinson, his team, I think we did a great job as far as for the past 2 years. And it's all about being consistent. It's all about finishing, and we just stand on track as far as getting those guys to the finish line.
And we'll leave you with the light moment. This was pretty funny here. Well, the AD, Ashley Robinson at Jackson State, might think every HBCU from North Carolina looks alike.
I want to congratulate North Carolina A&T, my guy, Stilt Perkins, and Coach Oliver.
Hold on one second, guys. Hold on one second.
Oh, I'm sorry, North Carolina Central. I apologize. North Carolina Central, AD Stilt Perkins. I'm sorry, Coach Oliver.
Ashley, I know that was a shot that you took. We're going to talk about that after the press conference. We're going to talk about the school up the street, down the road.
Felt a little awkward at first, but it was all in good fun. We all misspeak from time to time, right? But it will be North Carolina Central taking on the Jackson State Saturday, December 17th, here in Atlanta, the Celebration Bowl. Chance for an unbeaten season for Jackson State or pretty big upset for North Carolina Central University. We'll see how it all plays out. More coverage of the Celebration Bowl, and we'll put a wrap on the 2022 college football season. Still don't want it to end. It's been such a great year. All right, I'm Tolly from Atlanta. Thank you guys for hanging out and supporting us here at HBCU Game Day. We'll talk to you soon.